This is a picture of a man who was seen on a motorcycle heading down the woodland road away from the murder scene in the time period that most interests the police, identified by several key witnesses, including a British cyclist, Brett Martin, who was first on the scene. But this is the first time, Matthew, that we've actually seen the artist's impression. We've known about his identity for some time, or we've known about the description for some time, since really the beginning of the investigation, but we've never seen the picture. And the first thing you notice about him is this very distinctive goatee beard. But as far as the police are concerned, the most interesting aspect of the description that's been given is the helmet, because according to the gendarmerie in Annecy, it's quite a rare helmet. It's a dark or black colour, and it has a front section that removes so the motorcyclist can have a conversation. And apparently there were only around 8,000 of these helmets that were manufactured. Now, they've checked with distributors, and they've been doing that presumably over the course of the last year, but they've come up with nothing. And so the description and the artist's impression that they've been holding back has finally been released. They say they didn't release it because at the time they feared during the hunt for this man, he might have gone to ground, they might have lost him. So it's really an effort on their part to kick-start the investigation, hope that somebody recognises him.
And Christian, of course, it was only a few weeks ago we had that panorama programme on these killings. What are the French authorities saying about just the basics here, where they are on all of this?
Well, they're not much further than where they were at the very beginning of the investigation, in truth, but they have some theories, and they have key pieces of evidence that they're still trying to put together. I mean, the first thing we must say, of course, is that Saad al-Hilli, the brother, is still in the frame, so to speak. He has been taken into police custody in June and was questioned, although he didn't answer many of the questions, I understand, and he still protests his innocence, even though there's been much reference made to the disputes over the family inheritance. The other key bits of evidence that have come out through September, which of course was the year anniversary, was a 4x4 BMW that still hasn't been traced. We understand from Le Parisien, which is the French newspaper, that really has had a lot of quite revealing things on the investigation over the course of the last year. They're saying that the two passports for Saad al-Hilli and his wife are still missing, so they're still trying to trace those. And there's also a new element. They're talking about a discussion that Saad al-Hilli was having with someone at the campsite near Lake Annecy the night before they were murdered. And now, apparently this was a rather heated conversation. It wasn't a row. Several people saw this discussion, but certainly it was heated, and they haven't been able to trace that person either. So there's several elements that they're still trying to piece together, and you get the sense that what the stage they're at now is trying to bring people in and trying to get people re-interested in the investigation, because it has gone a bit cold.